gang them. I be in my own lane, I don't race with them. Every nigga you see with me on the same mission. If they ain't about getting no bag, I don't hang with them. Been there, did that. Dollars on my line, gotta get there, get that. I don't play with time, I can't sit there and kick back. Orders coming quick, I gotta whip this, whip that. Just shipped out a 6-pack. I've been in the game for a minute, barely even gotta play. And from the bench, I get digits. I make digits. I can make it happen off the pivot, still off of Western Ave. It ain't shit to be consistent on the Southwest Expressway. Really bout to check like a payday. If it ain't no paper, I'ma vacate. The east and the west don't play. The north side that way is 1000 hefe, nigga.
Getting rich, 1000, nigga. On the gang, I'm being from it. What you little niggas doing? I been done it, boy. Every day I get money, all my niggas getting rich. 1000, nigga. On the gang, I'm being from it. What you little niggas doing? I been done it, boy. Now every day I get money, all my niggas getting rich.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey.
Put it in the air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie. Nigga, we got something we trying to put down, nigga, worldwide, nigga. We don't need no suckers in this shit. Okay, see, nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, the Portland, nigga. Yeah, mine, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to Vegas, nigga. Phoenix, nigga. Back up to SoCal, nigga. Tria, I don't care who your relative is. Tria, I don't care who you used to be with. Nigga, did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey.
Put it in the air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie. Nigga, we got something we trying to put down, nigga, worldwide, nigga. We don't need no suckers in this shit. Okay, see, nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, the Portland, nigga. Yeah, mine, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to Vegas, nigga. Phoenix, nigga. Back up to SoCal, nigga. Tria, I don't care who your relative is. Tria, I don't care who you used to be with. Nigga, did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Gang them. I be in my own lane, I don't race with them. Every nigga you see with me on the same mission. If they ain't about getting no bag, I don't hang with them. Been there, did that. Dollars on my line, gotta get there, get that. I don't play with time, I can't sit there and kick back. Orders coming quick, I gotta whip this, whip that. Just shipped out a 6-pack. I've been in the game for a minute, barely even gotta play. And from the bench, I get digits. I make digits. I can make it happen off the pivot, still off of Western Ave. It ain't shit to be consistent on the Southwest Expressway. Really bout to check like a payday. If it ain't no paper, I'ma vacate. The east and the west don't play. The north side that way is 1000 hefe, nigga.
Getting rich, 1000, nigga. On the gang, I'm being from it. What you little niggas doing? I been done it, boy. Every day I get money, all my niggas getting rich. 1000, nigga. On the gang, I'm being from it. What you little niggas doing? I been done it, boy. Now every day I get money, all my niggas getting rich.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey.
Put it in the air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie. Nigga, we got something we trying to put down, nigga, worldwide, nigga. We don't need no suckers in this shit. Okay, see, nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, the Portland, nigga. Yeah, mine, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to Vegas, nigga. Phoenix, nigga. Back up to SoCal, nigga. Tria, I don't care who your relative is. Tria, I don't care who you used to be with. Nigga, did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Did you rock with your gang? Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey.
Put it in the air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie. Nigga, we got something.
Oops.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, man? It's your boy Big 8, Put It in the Air podcast. You know what time it is. Late night vibes. You know. Back at it like a crack addict. I came in super prepared today. I got the special brew. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the special brew, dog. Special brew, that's for me. Excuse me. And I know it's kind of late. I got the mud cracking. And you better know we got that P98 ready to go crazy. Shouts out to Ziggy's, man. Medical means. Ziggy's medical means. I gotta get that shit right. I keep saying the wrong thing. I don't know what's wrong with me. Probably smoke too much Zaza. You feel me? It's Zaza. Yeah. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in, tapping in. Man, I want to talk about this John Morant situation, man, because it's a tad bit complicated, man. It just really seemed like a freaking abuse of power to me. Like it seemed like they abusing the shit out of their power. And that shit ain't cool. He ain't doing nothing that all these other NBA players ain't did 100,000 times. You know, he just live in a social media era to where everything gets publicized as soon as you do it. You don't really get a chance to hide behind the scenes and all that old type of shit. You feel me? So we're going to check that out, to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to hear other people's opinions, but for me personally, I think it's trash. But look, I'm going to get this apparatus together, man. I'll be back with you in just a second. You know what time it is.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey,
Put It in the Air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I don't want to kill y'all with advertisements. But yeah, man, I think this whole John Morant situation is very complex. There's a lot of details that people leaving out. You know, they quick to make it seem like he just kind of went on a psychological rant and just kind of went crazy out of nowhere, and that, you know, he's been you know, they act like this ain't a young man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what his relationship status is, but I don't think he's married. So, you know, he probably get lonely out on the road and stuff like that. That's natural. That's human nature. Like, you can't expect people's human nature not to kick in. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I know most of y'all gonna catch this on the recap anyway. So we finna go ahead and get into the ritual. And then, you know, like I said, I brought some of this special brew. You know what I'm talking about? I got some of that special brew, man. I'm gonna make it do what it do, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, let's get into this motherfucking ritual, man. Y'all know what time it is.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What you look doing? I've been done it. Now everything 1000. Shouts out to Young Jones, man. That's my guy, man. If y'all ain't checked out Young Jones music, man, tap in with him, man. He got some good stuff. Also, his 1000 gear is nice and legit. Real talk. I got me a hoodie. I've been rocking the hell out that hoodie. You hear me? Hoodie looking good. Made with good material. The stitching is professional. I love the way it came through. Shouts out to Young Jones, 1000 Entertainment. You know what I'm talking about? But listen, Put It in the Air magazine dropped today. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually free. So make sure y'all go get y'all copy of Put It in the Air magazine. You feel what I'm saying? Got some cool little stuff in there. I did all the work myself. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody who support the situation. I figured out that I'd get a magazine away free this time because the other two issues, they cost. You know what I'm saying? So we just going to let this one ride. We're going to get this one away to the public. I'd rather have people enjoying the publication than it just sitting on the shelf. We know we can't do the sitting on the shelf thing. Not this year. We had some pretty good traction with the other magazines. I think the first issue, we sold like 175 magazines. Second issue was like 125. And this is my thing. People be procrastinating so much. I be trying not to waste material and waste opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to waste opportunities. You put a lot into something and then it don't go the way that you plan. And a lot of the people you expected the support from, you don't get. So now I just kind of play it to where I don't depend on who support the situation. It's all about the situation supporting itself. So shouts out to Put It in the Air magazine. Shouts out to all the people that support the situation, magazine and podcast. You know, we do this as a job, but at the same time, we do our best to make sure that we accommodate the people the best we can and give y'all the best product and the best situation in media that we can do. You know what I'm saying? People be asking me about coming out to events or shooting commercials and stuff like that. I got my price list posted. You know what I'm saying? For what it take for me to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's up to y'all. I just got to keep it real. I can't work for free. I don't work for free. I can't do it. I done a lot of that last year. And I feel like I done paid my dues. So at this point, it's like, you know, I don't mind doing anything. You can book me whenever, but it's not gonna be free. I can't do features, not free. Studio time, not free. I really don't like doing studio time for people. I really just do my own because I don't like people in my personal space no more. But it's options. And like all my shit is mobile. My video studio is mobile. My photography studio is mobile. My audio studio is mobile. So, you know, it ain't like I can't do it. I can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just tap in with me at the email. Also, if you haven't tapped into the Patreon, tap into the Patreon link. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Tap into the Patreon link. That's where all the exclusive videos are gonna go. I ain't gonna lie. Vibes may even be going over to the Patreon. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to work out the details. I don't want to make it too complicated for people. I don't want to adjust things differently than what they're used to and throw people off. But it's some changes coming. Just be aware and be ready for them. But let's get on this John Morant thing. Cause I think this some bullshit. Personally. So y'all dry ass suspended him in the beginning because what he did could possibly violate city ordinances, city laws for Colorado. But then at the same time, criminal charges couldn't even be pressed. So they making it out to seem like he just did this real horrible shit. That's his money to do what he want to do with it. I don't think that he changed the way the people look at the NBA at all by him going to the strip club. Now the gun thing, I think the gun thing was overboard. He did deserve a couple game suspensions for the gun thing. But now they're talking about he went ahead and while he's suspended, because I think they suspended him for 8 weeks or 8 games, something like that. Matter of fact, let me look it up. Let me look it up to be for sure, because I don't want to give y'all no false information. Ja Morant suspension. Let's see what they say. Okay, cool. So it say he was suspended for 8 games by the NBA for conduct. So in the midst of him being suspended for these 8 games, I'm assuming that he took it upon himself to go get some rehabilitation or some psychiatric help or something like that, but he's going to a league specialist for anxiety and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think going to the strip club really constitute a motherfucker going to rehab. I don't. I think that's a little overboard. I think everything they've been doing these last couple years has been overboard, and ain't nobody made enough fuss about none of this shit. Like the way they did Kyrie. They didn't come back and admit that they were wrong about the fucking vaccination. They just let Kyrie look like he the bad egg, and then that shit just stuck with him. He ain't get no public apology from that. He didn't get none of that money back that they took, or he can't get them games back that they suspended him. Ain't no apology for that shit or nothing. I just don't understand. And you know, these are different organizations. But the NBA rules should be across the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that they would let him go through all that and publicize and put him out there in the public all bad like that. Got people thinking that he trying to be a gang member and stuff like that. Just because you got a gun on you does not mean you trying to be a thug. So does that mean every police officer in the world is a thug? Police officers get online and show their guns. They do this with no problem. So I don't know. He might be legal to carry a gun. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we come to find out that there were no laws broken. Nobody complained about him anywhere he went. It's not like he took a Dennis Rodman's weekend off and went to Vegas and went crazy. The boy just went into a strip club that was in the place where he was at to play basketball anyway. I don't know, man. This NBA of today, and keep in mind, I understand that there's different challenges today in the world in general, than there used to be back in the day, but this shit kind of getting ridiculous, bro. This shit kind of getting ridiculous. It's like freedoms that they supposed to have kind of get taken away from them because they professional basketball players. And I think that shit is ridiculous. And then at the same time, people got the right to say anything in the world that they want to say about you. People can get online and call you nicknames and haze you and say whatever they want to say about professional athletes. But these people aren't even able to express themselves and live their own life. They're kind of like stuck to a criteria. Now, granted, they get paid healthy for it. But that's not the fucking point. I mean, that's not the point. If I could get a little less money and get treated better, I'd be with that. I'm just saying. Of course, it gets down to the point to where it's like, okay, well, I'm better than this dude, and this team will offer me this. But you know, you get into that depending on performance. But as far as like, if I could have it my way to go in and demand a certain type of treatment, but get a lesser pay rate, I'd be with that. Because that shit crazy. That shit crazy. They pay him for it though. They definitely get that bag. I think he just lost like some millions in endorsements with Powerade. But I don't see why. Why would y'all take his endorsement? He didn't commit no crime. They act like he went out and raped some bitches or something. Or graped. My bad, graped some bitches. You know what? I'm sorry. You know I get to speak in my mind and shit. But I'm just saying. I think that I think they should be a little more. I could say they could communicate better. The league could communicate better. If they wanted him to not be attending strip clubs, which I don't know what's in their contracts. This shit might be in their contracts, but it can't be because all basketball players end up at the strip club. Don't do that unless you're married, and then some of y'all still end up in the club. So yeah, we're not gonna do none of that. So I don't know. That's something I'm gonna do some research on myself, just to get a better understanding of. Cause this shit don't make no sense. You suspended him 8 games for not committing a crime. I'm confused. I don't know. But that's definitely my opinion, my take on it. Y'all get into the comments, let me know what y'all think. But yeah, I think that's some bullshit. I think that shit's super unfair. For real. And I think they owe fucking Kyrie an apology. I'm still not off that. Anytime we let them sweep shit, man, listen, when they thought that Nick Cannon was wrong, they made Nick Cannon publicly apologize. Nigga, when they thought Kevin Hart was wrong, they made him publicly apologize. Will Smith publicly apologized. They don't play no games when it comes to the representation of the power. But the power has no respect for the people. That's just real talk. It's like dictate everything, and then it's good when I do it. It's a problem when you do it. Shouts out to Finesse 2 times. Yeah, that type of, yeah, man, come on. All right, look, because I was finna get up out of here, but I at least got to hit the special sauce, special serum, you feel me? Just one time to let y'all know I ain't scared, you feel me? But this shit's strong as hell. Oh, but it tastes so good. Ooh, them pineapples taste good. Look, and when you let them soak, the pineapples actually get the alcohol all the way through them. Oh, man. Listen, I shouldn't be promoting drinking alcohol on the podcast. It's bad look. I don't even drink like that. But this little jar will hold me over probably like 2 months. I'll be sipping the same jar with the same shit in it. Just sipping. Straight up. Because it's just alcohol and fruit. But I love y'all. I'm finna get up out of here. Put It in the Air podcast signing off. It's your boy Ocho. Don't forget to check out that Put It in the Air magazine. Available on ISSUU. I had a link in the description, y'all. You know, I get high and then shit happens. So I'll put the link down in the description. Also, don't forget, tap into the Patreon. More exclusive Hotbox interviews going up on there. I got Ziggy's. We got Fan to Connect, man. And a few more. I ain't going to tell y'all nothing else. Y'all see it. Feel me? But I love y'all. It's your boy signing off. Put It in the Air. You know what time it is. What's going on?
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast. Hey,
Put It in the Air podcast, and you know.
That nigga's a buster, homie. Nigga, we got something we trying to put down, nigga, worldwide, nigga. We don't need no suckers in this shit. Okay, see, nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, the Portland, nigga. Yeah, mine, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to Vegas, nigga. Phoenix, nigga. Back up to SoCal, nigga. Tria, I don't care who your relative is. Tria, I don't care who you used to be with. Nigga, did you rock for your gang? Did you rock for your gang? Did you rock for your gang? Did you rock for your...
Shout out to Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air.
So tune into his podcast.
Shout out to Put It in the Air. I'm out.
Shout out to Put It in the Air.